Hi, I'm Reverend Natalie Jean, and we're back with you with the Infinite Elevation Hour. And I'm here with my host,
Erlene Germain. Welcome.
And here today we're going to talk about many topics. We're going to talk about a current event, a wonderful book, and some fashion. So get ready for it. Now, Erlene, I'd like to know, how was your week?
My week was quite interesting, Natalie. And how was your week?
Good segue, Erlene. My week was very good. My week was kind of stressful, but I used my spiritual practices to get me to a calm place. You know, sometimes you have to deal with vendors on a daily basis or people that can be quite nasty. So basically, I just calm myself and say, peace, be still. And you?
I did some yoga this week. And actually, I haven't done yoga in quite a while. And I took a yoga class Monday morning on my day off. And it kind of calmed me for the rest of the week, put things in focus, and brought me to the place that I am today with you.
That's so fabulous. Now, you used to take a boot camp class. How was that?
I have not been taking boot camp with you, Natalie, at the gym because I have been on an extensive running course.
And who do you run with now?
I run with my dear boyfriend, Linwood. We do quite intense runs in the morning sometimes, and recently at sunset. It's been a very nice way to calm down the evening and make way for, the next day.
Now, some people seem to think that they can't work out with their partner because they are a distraction. So you don't find Linwood as a distraction?
Well, he is quite... Okay, Natalie. He is very good looking, but he actually motivates me. So I like that aspect of it, especially when we're running up steep hills. That's the last thing you want to hear. Somebody's like, keep going. You're like, no, I want to really stop right now. And he's like, no, you can really do it. So that aspect of running with my partner has really been helpful also for me becoming more into myself and building confidence.
So you would recommend it?
I definitely would, especially if you're with somebody that cares and loves you. If it's somebody that is not polite to you, I really wouldn't suggest it. They might be a little bit mean.
On the topic of relationships,
okay, sure.
How do you and Linwood work out the spiritual aspects of your life?
Well, we do some meditation together. I've introduced that to him. We go to church on Sundays, and we also have our prayer time. He is actually very spiritual, and I think that's one of the reasons that we flow and get together so well, is that he searches every day for his time with God and thanks God for all that he has. And I'm also thankful to have a relationship in him and for him to be a part of my life, because for so long I was in bad situations or bad relationships and not really feeling appreciated and understood.
Right. You're going to make me cry.
Oh,
That's so sweet.
No, it's true though, And how about you?
Me?
Yes.
Oh, I date. That's my whole religion. I date, I seek, I find, I do. As a single woman living in Maryland and going out in D.C., I try to find somebody that is compatible with me. They don't have to be religious, but they have to be at least have some kind of spiritual knowledge about something. I don't want to be with somebody that's just going to be with me because they have the same thing in common. I like a variety of things. I like somebody that's extremely different than I am, but mostly somebody that's themselves, that's happy and content with themselves.
You hit it on the nail. Someone that is themselves, and also who appreciates you for you and not to try to change you, because the dating scene can be kind of superficial, especially with the online Facebook and all that social interaction that we have online. What you see online may not be the reality of it. So it's good that you're out there meeting different people, and I wish you much success.
Thank you so much. You're my role model in the relationship arena.
We started off in the same boat. So.
Yeah, I know. Basically, the same boat. So now we're fancy free and loose and free?
I don't know about all that, but I'm getting there. Every day is a new day, and it's always something new to be with somebody else and finding yourself at the same time, not losing yourself in
Right.
the relationship, which has happened to me in the past, and I'm working towards building something with Linwood, and we'll see where that goes.
I wish you much success. I know you don't need it.
Yeah,
Seems
thank
to be
you.
flowing very well. So one of the things we wanted to talk about today, we would like to focus on a current event. And one of the things that's going on now, you know, with the Republican Party and the Democratic Party, and we're not here to judge anybody, but one of the topics that came up was the aspect of using God in their speeches or at any of the conventions and stuff like that. So my take on it is that I actually like the fact that they don't want to use the word God in there anymore, because they use it as a tool against some people. Not everybody believes in God, and that's okay. You know, everybody has a different spiritual aspect about God. Everybody has a different definition about what God is. I think that church and state should be separated. However, if the people were using the word God in a positive and loving manner, I wouldn't have a problem with it. But so many times during this past year, with all the campaigning with Bachman and stuff like that, they were saying that the tornadoes and the hurricanes were caused by God. In our spiritual beliefs, we don't believe that. We believe in consciousness. We believe in the human energy, the aspects of our minds. Our minds create a lot of things in this world. You know, we create our paths, we create our destinies. And I believe that we as a whole, with our negativity, create the things that form around us, even the stuff that comes in hurricanes and tornadoes. What is your take on that, Earlene?
Well, I think that you said a lot in that statement, but what I am going to be a proponent with the election and maybe moving forward with some of the campaigning is maybe the aspects of God that are pushed forward, the faith aspect, the hope aspect, looking for something brighter and moving our country forward. I listened to bits and pieces of Michelle Obama's speech the other night, and it was very inspiring to see not only an African-American woman come up there, but someone that you could relate to who had aspirations not only for herself, but her daughters. And then she spoke from her heart, I believe, because towards the end I was getting a bit teary-eyed, in bringing America back and bringing America forward to a much more unified front. And I feel that we can do that with a right consciousness, with a positive consciousness, and all this back and forth slandering of the president and things of this nature I really don't stand for, because I feel that given the situation that he is in, he's doing a very good job. And even President Clinton, I heard a little bit of a soundbite from him in an interview where he did state that this time around he endorses, I thought it was a little funny, Obama a little bit more than 4 years ago, because he's had a little bit of experience leading the country, and he's had to roll up his sleeves and really dig deep into turning things around for a lot of people. I don't think many people give him much credit for how he inherited the country in the state that it was in. So I do applaud the candidates on both ends. It takes a lot to be in public office, and it takes a lot to serve your country. And in all fairness, this coming November, we will see what will happen.
Well, I know that, I know for myself, I don't plan to endorse anybody that's trying to take women's rights away, because that won't happen. I plan to riot in the streets if that happens, because that no man will ever tell me what to do. And I just love the fact that there are people out there that, you know, endorse women, endorse women's rights, believe in the women that fought so hard so that we could, you know, not wear just skirts.
Well, and I'll piggyback on that. I think that has a lot to do with equality. It's a fight constantly. I went to an all-girls school, so we were instilled quite young to always stand up for yourself, to speak for yourself, and if you have something to say, you know, share it, whether a man likes it or not. And some people might not swallow that pill very, very nicely, but at the same time, we do have a voice.
That's right.
And this time around, I think women might be a deciding factor in the election, because even Michelle Obama stated that she's making it, I think President Obama pushed forward for equal pay.
Right, yes.
Because for every dollar that a man gets, a woman gets about 75, 77 cents. So on that level, although we might have the brain power
Right.
and the college degree, or the work ethic, we're
Right.
still not getting that equal pay. And that's why it's also important to think about being small business owners or large business owners, taking matters into our own hands as women and standing for what we believe in ourselves.
Well, the thing is also, what's interesting to me is that there's a story that I know about Saddam Hussein. So Saddam Hussein's mother had planned to abort him. And on her way to the abortion clinic, this woman said, no, you shouldn't do that. So I like this story because what happens is she gave birth to this child. The woman did not love this child whatsoever, according to the sources that I have read. So Saddam Hussein had a hatred of women as well. He had a hatred of people. He was not a loved child. Therefore, I'm not endorsing any of the things that he did, but that was a culmination of why he suffered so many atrocities towards women, towards other people. You know, what would have happened if, you know, that woman would have stopped her? And the reason that I bring that up is because some of the opponents want to try to tell you what to do if you are raped, or if you have incest in your life and you have a baby as a result of that. And I think it's kind of sad that somebody wants to dictate to you that you have to have this child. You have to look at the product of the rape, the reminder of the rape, or even if, let's say, your father rapes you and you have to have that child's going to go through agony. Is it the child's fault? No. But to take away my right to decide what I'm going to do with my own body, my own life, I don't think that's fair. Now, what men seem to have forgotten is that we hold life. Yeah, we need them for a little part of that so that the life can get in there. That's a minute thing. But we hold life. We nurture life. We are the ones that embrace everything that's going on in our bodies. Now, I don't have children, but I know this from other women that have had children. And so what I always tell them is that, you know, women can stop having men. Because there are ways that we can dictate and have just a room full of women and no more men. So they need to watch out when they're trying to tell us that they're trying to take women's rights away. They don't think about these aspects. You know what I mean?
I do. It seems a little radical, but
It doesn't matter. That's right. I'm power to the people.
No,
Power to women.
no, and I am so for women rights and procreating, and actually also having the choice whether to have a child or not. I think that is strictly on the woman, because she will have to carry it for 9 months.
Right.
And in the line of work that I am, I work with children.
Right.
And this past week, since you brought this up, I'm just going to mention it very quickly. I had to deal with a situation in which a mother was being quite violent with her child. And I had a moment, very emotional, because I just could see where that was leading in his development and potentially his future.
Right.
He's already has issues listening, and then having random outbursts, and just on the scale of maybe needing some professional help.
Right.
And I just thought to myself, is this how we perpetuate certain things, especially within the Black community, and how we deal with our children and not really giving them the right kind of guidance and role model, because he's just imitating also the
Right.
behavior that he sees around him. So he doesn't know any better at 4 years old. And I think it starts with us and our parenting.
Right.
When it comes to children, and giving them that kind of life where they do have a way to live and be and to dream.
Right.
And I think if you are not on that page, maybe you should not have the child. If you're not able to be a positive role model in a child's life, that's another issue.
Right.
Maybe somebody else can be that role model for the child if they're already here.
I feel you. The thing is that we need to focus, especially with women, because I'm on this women tangent now.
I see that.
Is that, women need to really start stepping up and really speaking their truth, speaking all kinds of truth, standing firm to their beliefs, standing firm to their wants, whether it's in relationships, jobs, customer service, I don't know, birthing. You've got to stand firm to what you believe about yourself. There was a time where they only wanted women to wear skirts. You couldn't even wear pants. I mean, you couldn't wear, yeah, they wouldn't want you to wear pants because it was too male. You see me, I hate wearing, dainty female watches. I prefer a big watch. That's just who I am. You know what I mean? But women need to really start standing firm to that. So I bring the aspect of speaking your truth because I'm going to talk to you about this wonderful book that I wrote, a book of spiritual poetry. And basically it's called, Messages of Truth. And basically, the way I wrote these poems was because of the teachings of Emma Curtis Hopkins. And we all know that Emma Curtis Hopkins was a New Thought teacher back in the 1800s. And she basically teaches about spiritual science. She teaches directly from the Bible, but it's a mystical interpretation of the Bible. And she really she ordained at least 50,000 people, mostly women. She did ordain some men, and her thing was that people needed to speak their truth, in connection to spirit, God, whatever you want to call it, to know that there are no impossibilities with God. There are only possibilities, that you have to love yourself. You have to believe in yourself, and when you do that, then you're going to see that you are worthy and that you're deserving of the things that you want in your life, whether it's a loving relationship, a new job, a car, a house, whatever you want. You're going to know that these things you're deserving of this.
It's kind of like you become a magnet.
You basically become a magnet to all the things that you want because your mindset, your consciousness has changed. You're not thinking about the negativity. You're not thinking about the illusions or the errors of the human conditioning that is trying to tell you that there is no God. That's what happens on a daily basis. There's something trying to tell you, no, you've got to believe in this news. No, you've got to believe that something horrendous is going to happen. Or no, you've got to believe that the world is coming to an end. They've been talking about that for centuries. I'm still here. I always tell people I still have a bunch of things to do. I don't know what they're talking about. So I guess I will read three of the poems in here. It's been a while since I've read this. You get tired of your own stuff. So the first poem that I'm going to read is called Jewel. It says, born from the earth, flawless, brilliant beauty, conceived by the heavens, the seed within a womb, flourishes through a mother's love, set free unto the world, priceless, created from the one. Love, peace, and harmony nourish it. I am a jewel. My illumination spreads across the nation. A light so bright, it shines throughout the night. It cannot be dimmed. I am protected by him. I am a jewel brought out by the light.
It is very nice.
I like it. Next one is called Birthright. Jerusalem gave birth to a holy man. He had only one plan, to teach every woman and man their birthright was at hand. He said, walk with me to the Holy Land. I'll teach you about the one in command. I am not the only begotten son on earth by the Son. I am your teacher, brother, friend, here to make a stand. We come from the same name. I am that I am. And then the last one is called Whom Do You Serve? Guided by spirit, voices all around, try and shake your ground. Follow me is what they say. Choose to look the other way. Guided by material virtues, it will promise anything just to use you. There is only one power that can take you higher. Believe in me is what is spoken. It can never be broken. The destined plan is set in motion. You will never be deceived because liberation is what you'll receive. So, you can get this on Amazon.com or wherever on my website and stuff like that. But I was spiritually guided to put these out because I thought that they might help somebody to speak their truth.
And I think they go in accordance with what you were talking about, women and being confident in themselves, seeking truth and love within themselves and not from the outside world, that we tend to get influenced by very easily, even turn on the radio or television. So I'm really glad that you shared that with us. And I do have a copy of the book. I went to the book signing.
You have an autograph.
I do have an autographed copy. And I want to thank Natalie so much for being in my life and being an inspiration to me. Also, to push me forward and to kind of move me along the journey as well.
You inspire me. Your creativity and your joy, your joie de vivre, it is an amazing thing to see the things that you create. I mean, you can create things on a whim. So you inspire me to create even more than what I do.
Thank you.
So we're going to take a short break, but when we get back, we're going to talk to Leighel Desiree, the fashion guru, and she's going to show us some fabulous fashions. So we'll be right back.
Please stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Reverend Natalie Jean, and I'm back with you with my co-host,
Erlene Germain.
And we are sitting here with Leighel Desiree, fashion guru, creative. We are sitting here brave spirit, creative genius. And we're going to ask her a bunch of questions she may not want to answer. So how did you get started in this wonderful industry?
Wow, that is a great question. I actually started sewing and designing when I was about 8 years old.
Oh, wow.
By the time I was 12, I made my own graduation dress on a toy machine that you turn by hand.
Oh my gosh.
My aunt saw the dress and ran out and bought me my first electric sewing machine. My Barbie dolls could not look like everybody else's Barbie dolls. I wasn't having that. So I started designing and making my Barbie doll clothes.
So
I went to the High School of Fashion Industries.
Wow.
I went to FIT, the Fashion Institute of Technology, and I worked for 25 years in the New York garment industry.
Wow. So you are definitely divinely inspired, because at such a young age to know how to create, that is definitely God working through you. And I think that is just wonderful that you followed your passion. Is this a passion of yours? I'm assuming
It
so.
definitely is. You know, Natalie, I am blessed because I know a lot of people are inspired to do something, or God has filled them with something to do, and they don't follow it. But my blessing was my mom. You know, anytime I wanted to veer off into another avenue, she always brought me right back to what she knew was the way for me to go.
I think that is so fantastic, because Erlene and I come from a culture. We come from the Haitian culture, and basically they all want us to be like doctors or lawyers and stuff like that. And that's what predominantly they'll push, you know. And sometimes they'll say, well, what is it that you want to do? Oh, you don't want to do that because you're not going to make money in that. And there's some Haitian parents that will push you. But my mom gave me a story where this guy, his parents kept pushing him to become a doctor. He said, okay, I'll do it. He got the degree, gave it to them, and said, now I'm going to do my own thing. Wow. So God bless your mother for pushing you and inspiring you to keep doing the fashion. So what inspires you? What, when you're creating something, what the designs, how do they come to you?
Well, when I first started out, I kind of did things just whatever I felt was pretty to me. But as I moved along in my business, I kind of realized that what I thought was pretty was a very wide range.
Right.
And so I began to narrow it down to what I wanted to wear.
Okay.
And I was inspired to do that by Donna Karan. That's what she does. And I was very inspired by that and motivated. And so the things I design now are really related. The bottom line is, would I wear that?
What you would wear. And that, I think that's fantastic. Where have you had some showings of your designs?
We've shown all over Maryland. We've done Possibilities. That's a big affair that's done here every year. We've done a lot of, we've done DC Fashion Week.
Oh, wow.
We've done a number of things. But Natalie, you know what? I don't really focus on doing fashion shows. What I like helping women look their best every single day.
Oh.
I come from an era, I remember my mom in the 60s, she would get dressed up with her fox fur coat and her pillbox hat and her little Italian knit suits. And I love that era when women used to dress.
Right, right.
So I'm on a mission to bring that back, to bring the
Oh, that's
glamour
cool.
back into women's lives.
Wow. And you, Erlene, how did you meet Miss Desiree?
Wow. Actually, it was about, it's been a while. Almost, I want to say a decade, if I'm right. It's been over 7 years. And one night, I'll never forget, I think I saw an ad that you placed because she did a mentoring program at one point. And it was in the city paper, and I built up the courage to call it because I had a lot of creativity but didn't really know how to channel it because, like you said, my parents weren't really supportive. My mom really strictly wanted me to go to school, and when I was asked what to do, and I even pursued a politics degree, I just didn't feel happy. I was kind of empty. So I built up the courage to call Miss Desiree. And I remember she picked up the phone. It must have been, I think it was like 11 or so, because it was quite late. I'd been debating it for like 4 or 5 hours. And she was very polite on the phone. And I said, yeah, I saw your ad. And she's like, yeah? And I said, well, I'm interested. And she said, well, stop on by. And I think ever since then, we've been quite good friends. And she's mentored me through several difficult challenges inside and outside of fashion. And she's been a really true role model. And she's seen me at my best and my worst. So that's how we met, Natalie.
Now, do you sketch everything that you do?
Yes, I do.
Wow. Now, you had, well, obviously you learned all of that in school. Now, with the fashion industry, it's always growing, right? So do you, I guess, increase your knowledge? There's different tools, graphic designs that you can use on the computer and stuff like that. Do you use those kind of tools as well?
You know what? I want to learn how to do that, but I have not yet. And I think the reason is because I'm so focused on the growth of my business and the direction that we're going in, that I haven't had the time to kind of take in and learn how to do that on the computer just yet.
But I think her doing the sketches keeps it very authentic.
Right.
Because I work on computers all day, and when you're, it's nothing like a pen or pencil and a piece of paper and just getting your ideas out there right away. And actually in school, in design school, graphic design, they tell you to start off that way first and then take it to the computer as the next level. So I really think when you keep it authentic with the paper and your ideas, it really works out well.
I'm so used to it. I do find it rewarding. Yeah.
Now, do you sew everything yourself?
I used to. Right now, we do have companies that we work with that do most of the sewing.
Well, that's pretty good. That's pretty good, not doing it yourself, although you are the creative artist.
So how often, Ms. Desiree, do you come out with a wardrobe or a collection, things of this nature, and how can people maybe contact you or get?
We are right now doing the collection 4 times a year. We do spring, fall, winter holiday collection, and a spring resort collection.
Oh, wow.
And the bulk of the collection right now is what we call wardrobe essentials. The essential items that every woman should have in her closet. I have been working with women and their clothing for so long, and I found that there are issues that women have in their closet, and it's kind of like a little secret. We don't talk about it. And so I am on a mission to bring it to the surface. And one of the things is how we shop. We don't shop with a plan. We just go in the store all willy-nilly and buy, oh, this looks nice, and put it in the cart, and you buy it. And then you take it home and you hang it in the closet, and it's still collecting dust with the tag still hanging on it, because it didn't have any purpose in your closet.
Right.
So when I go into women's closets, I see garments with tags hanging on them. I see garments that are like 3-4 sizes, I mean, a size 18, size 16, size 14. And which one do you actually wear? We would like to know. We see clothes with that you will never ever wear, clothes that just don't appeal to your body type. And so my mission is number one, that everything in your closet, you absolutely love it.
Right.
Not like it, not it's
Love.
okay. You have to love it and love the way it looks on you. And it starts with how you shop. If you go in the store and you just pick something up off the hanger and buy it, well, you don't know if you love it on you. You love it on a hanger, but you're not a hanger.
Right,
So
right.
if you go into the dressing room and try the item on, you'll know, number one, if it fits you properly.
Right.
And number two, do you love it on you?
Right.
And if it doesn't, if you don't, if both of those things are not in operation, put it back.
Yeah.
Do not take it home, because we're wasting too much money. In these economic times, people are crying about money.
Right.
And do you know, a lot of women are wasting money in their closet. If the things that are in your closet, you wear them, then I'm fine. It's not a waste. But if you're not wearing it, that is wasted dollars. And you're sitting praying to God for money for other things.
Right.
And you're wasting money in your closet.
That's so true. Now, you hit on a point about body types. I know specifically for some Black women, you know, shopping out there is kind of hard for them, because you can have Black women that have a slender waist and then they have a badunkadunk. They have bootay. And sometimes the clothes don't sit well. It could be jeans, it could be a dress. But I know for myself, sometimes it's jeans and skirts that I have issues with. Do you work with all kinds of body types?
Definitely do. And I'm glad you brought that up, because what we do want is for things to fit you properly.
Right.
So there are two ways to deal with that. The garments fitting you properly. One, to have them altered. If you're buying a pair of jeans and the jeans are not fitting you properly, you bring them to me, we'll take the waist in and make them fit. Or you can have your garments custom made from the beginning to fit you properly. So those are two options that we definitely offer.
And I am glad you brought up custom made, because I don't think many people know that there is an option to have your clothing custom made for you, because we are used to being a number on a rack, and then when you don't fit that number, you get kind of upset with yourself, and then that spirals out of control for some women with self-esteem.
Right.
So when you actually have clothes that fit you, and you're like, wow, okay, I feel confident in these clothes. I own these clothes because they're me.
Right.
And I'm glad that you brought that up as part of your business.
And that's also one of the things that we're working to annihilate, and that is the self-esteem issue because of your size. Beauty does not have a size.
No.
It is all in how you put things together. I don't care what size you are.
Right.
If you put things together well on your body type that is suited for your body type, you will look good. And if weight loss is an issue for you, meaning not because you want to fit a certain beauty type, but because of health issues, then looking good, being happy, what you see in the mirror will help you take the steps you need to take in order to begin to lose weight. Because it's like a cycle. We get into this cycle of we're depressed because we don't look the way we think we should look. So we shop or we eat, and then we are mad because we ate or we shopped. So we're still not happy with how we look. And then this cycle just continues. So there are certain things I like to bring into a woman's life to immediately break the cycle. And there are a couple of things I like to do. And one thing is custom fitting garments or making garments look properly on your figure. And the other one is the proper undergarments. Proper undergarments mean make a world of difference. I know my doctor told me I was very slowly creeping up on 200 pounds. Yes, that's what I said. And she gave me a list of things that she wanted me to cut out of my diet. And so I looked at the list, and some of the things, well, I don't really do that. I can let go of the soda and some of the things. But we got to the ice cream, and I'm going, okay.
You're like,
I'm still having this romance with Haagen-Dazs, and I'm not ready to let go of that just yet. Okay? So what I did, I went home, and half of the women in this town have one. You have a body magic. and you're
Oh, yeah.
not wearing it. It's in your closet collecting dust because you don't want to be uncomfortable. I came to tell you, get comfortable with uncomfortability. Your dreams, your passion, your life, anything you want in your life is outside of your comfort zone.
That's true.
Get your body magic out of the closet, out of your drawer, dust it off, and put it on. It makes a world of difference. It breaks the cycle. When you look in the mirror and you look good, that's why you bought it, because when you saw yourself in it, it looked good.
Right.
And so you put that thing on, put your clothes on, and look good. And then you might be encouraged to do whatever you need to do to begin weight loss or exercising or whatever it is you want to have happen to make your life better.
So with the undergarments also, I guess you'd have to know what the right bra for women, I guess, and the right
Yes, that is
undies
essential.
to wear with a different type of clothing. Now, do you help the women explain to them what they need to wear under the specific clothes that are tailored for them as well?
Yes, definitely. We cover everything. When I take fashion, I don't take fashion from the what is the celebrity wearing
Right, right.
attitude. I want to go in your closet. I want to see what's in your closet. I want to see how you're shopping. I want to show you why this doesn't work for you.
Right.
You bought this, you liked it on the hanger, but you're not wearing it. I want to show you why.
Right.
Because then you have the ammunition you need to shop better the next time.
Right. No, I mean, those are great tools. I could use it. Lord knows I just take whatever's on the rack. I'm like, and I hate trying on clothes. I won't try clothes on. I'll buy it and bring it. Oh, this looks good. Let me put it on. 9 times out of 10 it will fit. It might have a little something's funky link, but I'm like, oh, I can pass with this. So I really got to get back into the aspect of trying clothes on. But I just don't like to. I'm impatient. In that
You'll be
arena.
surprised how many women say that exact same thing.
Really?
So what I tell them is this: if you don't have the patience to try anything on when you go to the store, stop going to the store. Just stop.
No, she's right.
And you know what? But you know what? I basically have. I don't like clothes shopping. When I was younger, I used to love it, but I don't like it.
I use it as a relaxing method, and it kind of gets me in trouble because everything that you're saying is so true. Prior to coming here today, I looked in my closet. I didn't like anything that I saw. And I was like, why have I done this to myself again? And it was just also, I think I've gotten older. So a lot of the things, I'm not saying that I'm
everyone, she just turned 30.
No,
That's her older.
no, she just put me on the Thank you, Natalie.
Yeah,
I
you're
won't mention
welcome. Because
that you
you're
are
still
turning 40.
No, I look good for 40,
okay.
right? I'm
Okay.
still hanging in.
So,
I can still hang.
I know you can still hang. But as I was saying, I've gotten a little bit older. So some of my things in my closet I will no longer wear. And I have to get rid of. And I'm in the process. I actually donate a lot of the things that I don't have. And I said, I have to go through. I think we did I remember when I left college the first time, and you came and helped me do
Purging.
a purging, but you said, it's time to be a grown-up.
You're like,
oh yeah. So I'm kind of feeling like, it's almost that time again to be grown up. This in the new decade, right?
Oh, the new decade.
Yeah, the new decade. I'm entering the 30s.
The 21st century.
No.
30 years old. That's like the new 20s.
Oh, no.
See, I'm still in the new 30s.
Purging is a very important part of updating your wardrobe and staying current. Because especially someone like me, since everybody's out at their age, I'm 56 and loving every minute of it.
Right, good for you.
You look good.
Just staying up to date with what is current, not trendy, but just being current with clothes. It requires purging, and purging is very good because you take the items that you're no longer using and give them to someone who will make good use of it.
I hear that. So we're going to take a little break right now, and then when we get back, we are going to have some fashion consultants. Heather Hayes and LaShawn will come out here and show you what Leighel Desiree, fashion guru, has brought for us. So stay tuned.
Welcome back. We are here with Miss Leighel Desiree, and we're going to have a few looks of her designs, and she will inform us as she goes along.
Thank you, Earlene. You know, one thing I wanted to talk about is the fact that we're showing the wardrobe essentials. This is Heather. The wardrobe essentials allow you to take the basic items that everyone should have and make them your own. This is our waterfall jacket along with our draped neck dress. The dress is your essential black dress, a little black dress every woman should have. Show back in front. And we just paired it up with a little color in the golden bag. All the accessories you see, everything you have, we have online for you to see a complete and total look. Thank you, Heather.
Very nice. And different colors?
Definitely, we have a variety of colors, and even all the pieces are sold individually, so you can mix and match them to make them your own. LaShawn. Now with LaShawn, what we did, now these are our wardrobe consultants. These ladies are available to come to your home, straighten out your closet, help you to put your looks together, and help you to figure out your own personal fashion style. We never want to put a fashion style on you. We want to bring out what's in you already. What we've done with LaShawn is give her kind of an edgy look. So you can see you can go from edgy to conservative. Even the item that I have on, I'm very conservative. So you can dress it up, dress it down, make it fit whatever it is your needs is for the day. Thank you, LaShawn.
Thank you so much. Well, it has been quite a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you so much for having me, Earlene. I appreciate it so much.
Anytime, and you will come back and do a show for us with many of your other designs.
I would love to.
In the coming seasons.
Yes.
All right, please stay tuned, and we will be right back after this short break.
We're back. This is the Infinite Elevation Hour, and I'm your host, Reverend Natalie Jean, and this is
Earlene Germain
with
Miss
Leighel Desiree.
This has been such a wonderful segment. I have learned so much about fashion, about speaking our truth, messages of truth. And also, if you want some information from Miss Desiree, you can find it.
You can find us at www.leiheldesiree.com. That's LeighhelDesiree.com.
And next week, we'll have some fun and exciting stuff. I'm going to show you how to do spiritual fitness. And Earlene is going to have some wonderful tricks up her sleeve. So stay tuned, and we'll see you next week. Many blessings to you.
Thank you for watching.
Bye-bye.